I'm Cam and SWAT. Helicopters hovering over the house.
You know how you see the movies, the light shining down, the spotlight is out. One cop said, "I know you're in there. You better come out." After much debate on what to name it, had the Black Nomad family, it was all right. Time to figure it out. Mistake is on our Instagram.
Yep. All of our accounts.
It's who we are. Living the McCray Way podcast.
That's just who we are because we ain't living the Johnson way.
Right. The Jones way.
The
Smith way.
This is
the
living the McCray way.
The people know who we are, right? Josh and Lola. We got the 4 J's. But this podcast is going to be our life now and our previous life, as well as hot topics, right?
Yeah.
We've been to 31 states.
Yep.
You know, we've been around a few people. We have insight about everything.
Oh, yeah. So,
you know, our ears are in the streets.
Oh, definitely in the streets.
We in the streets.
We in the streets.
Right now, we're in the Outer Banks. Let's take it back before the RV.
We can only speak from our own experiences, not from other people's experiences.
Right, exactly.
We are living, like we said, the McCray way. So these are the McCray's experiences of life.
Taking it back to our previous RV life, we can say we lived in the hood side of Jacksonville.
Oh, that was definitely the hood.
Yeah.
The hood was all black neighborhood. I saw no white people come through there. We were not owning. Just for clarification, we didn't own any home. We were renting.
We were
renters of that home. And I'm gonna give you a clarification of the neighborhood based off of the first night that we moved in.
Oh shoot!
Based off the first night,
boy, y'all gotta buckle up for this one.
He was in charge of going to find us a place because at the time we were staying with church family. Had put us up in their place. We were staying with them because we were coming off of a situation of an apartment.
Yeah.
He was out looking for places of our own, places to call our own. And so he found this neighborhood. He said, him here.
I would say something. When they say certain areas come to life at night, that's what it was.
Oh, that's exactly
because
what it was.
I went through the neighborhood by myself, scoped it out. It was cool, A1, quiet neighborhood. I'm like, dang, dog, this is nice. This is nice.
So then he comes back to me and he's like, I found the spot.
And then there was no credit check. It was like, yo, just put on a deposit. Boom, good to go.
Every box was being checked. It was fitting everything we needed. I have full trust in my man when he comes to me.
Boy.
Now, sometimes my inner parts will rile up and say, I don't feel good with this. But in that moment, I felt good. I felt so good. Me and him moved our things in and left the kids there so that we could get everything set up, start getting set up for them.
Yeah.
It was daylight when we were moving in, but it was headed into night. Nighttime come.
The freaks come out at night.
I'm Cam and SWAT. Helicopters hovering over the house. Police in the yard, front and back. Now, this house had a garage. It had a fence on the side, and it had a little
playhouse.
Like a little playhouse.
A little playhouse in the backyard.
So we are like, what is... I looked at him. I said, what did you just get us into?
You know how you see the movies, the light shining down, the spotlight is out, and popo all around. And we're like, what the heck? And then the one cop said, I know you're in there. You better come out. So whoever they were chasing, they thought they were in the playhouse.
In the playhouse.
Can't make it up, y'all.
Funny story. Rest in peace to our neighbor. He
Mr. Larry
was over at our house at the time, introducing himself and getting acquainted with us, right?
Yeah.
And he goes, I gotta go. The cops are outside.
No. You gotta take it back on how he came over. Remember, we're in the house. It's just me and you in the house. Me and you chilling. And then when the popo was outside, he came running over. He said, oh man, this is their first night. I want them to know that this ain't how it always is.
Oh, yeah. But then he said, I got to go because I got some stuff on me.
I got my stand.
And I was like, what?
Right. So we in the house. We're panicking. We're like, man, what in the world we done got into? We done signed the lease. Bro.
I literally was on the ground because I was like,
we done signed the lease.
What did this man get me into? And I got to bring my kids into this.
Right.
Like,
that was the first time.
So by our neighbor saying, this is not how it normally is. I'm like, okay, for this to be a first impression.
This night.
This is a heck of a first impression.
So how, me going back, looking back, I'm like, how did I like that? That was a true test.
It was a true test of
First
who we
night
were, 'cause we
moving
could have
in.
bailed. We could have been like,
Just
okay, we want our money back.
forget the money back.
Like, we are not doing this. But then
I think
was
when
like,
Larry came over, he was like, this was like abnormal.
Yeah.
Like this just doesn't happen on a regular basis.
because that was some
First night.
that was some movie stuff.
That-
Next day came, and we started seeing the neighborhood. It wasn't, it was what he said he saw. It was a nice little. It was a nice little. It was.
It was.
Keyword.
Yeah,
was.
yeah,
It
yeah.
was a nice little neighborhood. And then we started moving the kids in.
Yeah.
It took us about a day, and we started moving the kids in, and the neighborhood wasn't
It-
too
it
bad
wasn't- it
at the
wasn't-
beginning. At the beginning,
because
I
we were
will
there
say,
for a few years.
yeah, we were
I
there.
think over time.
We had a baby. The
Yeah.
baby was born in that house. Our
Right.
youngest son was born in that house.
Yeah, like any other black neighborhood, it had its pieces
Mm.
because it had the corner store. You know,
Oh,
it had the corner store where the
It
dope
had
boys
the-
hung out.
So let me picture this house. For you.
Yeah,
We had the house with the porch.
you had the
We
porch,
had the backyard.
little fence
We
area.
had the garage.
Yeah,
We had a fence because
Yeah.
there was a house beside us, but that house at the time that was beside us was a
Right.
abandoned house. It was a house that they were going to tear down.
tear it down.
Now,
yeah.
right beside that house was a church.
I remember that, John.
Right beside that house
it was
was a
an old
church.
house.
And in front of that church was the corner store. So we were walking
So that's how you
distance
know.
to the corner store.
Yeah,
Now we had another house on the adjacent side to us. And then across the street from us, there were neighbors also.
right. Yeah,
So we had lots
so
of
we had-
neighbors.
yeah, we had a lot of neighbors.
Lots of neighbors,
Yeah.
and we had a sidewalk right in front of our house.
yeah.
So we had, the things. If you picture
Right.
a neighborhood, we had the
You
things.
had the things
When we moved in, there was a different family
across the street.
across the there was a different family on the left hand side of us. Listen,
Yeah.
we were living in Friday,
were,
and
yeah.
when I say we were living in Friday,
We were.
beside us before she moved, she had 3 kids, 3 boys,
3 boys.
and we called her Felicia. She
Yeah.
was the real life Felicia.
She was.
She came over to ask for things that
She
you
wanna-
don't
she-
never ask for.
She want to borrow the microwave.
That one day
want-
she
Oh
asked
no no no
for-
no!
What she asked
What
for?
she asked for that one day?
She came over and she had the kid come over. And her son came over and said, my mom said, can she use your belt? Because she going to beat us. I said, I ain't never seen
What?
or heard anything like that in my life. Who asks for a belt from somebody else
To whip
beat
your child?
your own kid?
That's crazy. Yeah.
Hey.
Yeah. And this is the oldest boy here. What's up, big dog?
This is Junior.
Joshua Jr.
Joshua Junior.
So going back to the old house, what was one thing you remember about the old house?
So the last thing I remember about the old house was like it was me, Josh, inside when in the bathtub taking a bath.
Taking a bath.
Yeah, it was
Taking a
one
bath.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. That was fun time. You remember about the neighborhood.
Yeah.
The neighbor, I remember it was our house, and we had our friends like
Oh,
beside our
afterwards. So that
yeah.
vacant house that I spoke about, eventually they tore that house down.
Yeah.
And then they rebuilt one of those modular homes, the newer homes.
Yeah.
And they built that, and then we did have a single mom and her 2 boys move in, which they're still there
Right, yeah.
because when we would go back, we would visit.
We'll stop by and
And
say what's
so
up.
they became friends with our
Yeah.
kids because before there were no other kids in
Nah,
the
that's
neighborhood.
crazy. No.
They were the
Sure
only
was.
kids in
The only
that
kid.
neighborhood.
The only kids on the block.
Only kids.
Yeah, boy. And we got this big girl journey. That first night, man.
Oh my
that
God.
was a true testament of can we outlast anything? And to be
Oh,
truthful,
we did.
to outlast that first night with the police showing up.
That told you what type of people we were.
yeah, it
That
was.
surely told you what type of people
Yeah.
we were. That I believe fully in my husband that his choice was the right choice for us, and it did ended up being the right choice. For
It
us
wasn't bad.
because it was the ultimate choice that led us to where we
to
are
where
now.
we are right now.
Because if he didn't get that particular spot for us to stay in, we would not have ever.
Who knows where we
gotten
would have
into
been?
RV life.
You know, that's why it goes to the saying is true. Everything happens for
a reason.
a divine reason.
Everything.
You may
That
not see
night
it.
had to
You may
happen.
not see it, but
But
boy,
it does.
ooh,
That night had to happen. Those
shoot.
neighbors had to happen. But back to the neighbors, right?
We had
So
Felicia.
we said that we were in
The
the
whole
real
set.
life Friday. So we had Felicia. Felicia was
We had
asking
Felicia.
for all kind of crazy stuff.
Yeah.
And then eventually Felicia ended up moving
She
because
moved.
Felicia needed some help with her kids.
Yeah.
So she eventually ended up moving. But we
Yeah.
had Debo.
We had
And
Debo.
when I say Debo, he
Yeah.
had the same bike Debo had. Was
Yeah.
a big dude, and he
Uh-huh.
rolled
He
down.
was the weed man. He was the weed man.
Rolled down, and everybody would be like, "Oh, Debo."
Yeah, Debo.
They would always be like, "Oh, I forgot his name," but we,
He didn't
as a
even say
family,
much. He didn't even say much.
He said nothing. As a family, we called him Debo because you could hear him coming
He had the
before you
bike.
saw him, and his bike would go slow.
Yeah.
But then right beside him,
Oh
we
boy.
had Ezel.
We had Ezel. He walked like Ezel too.
Ezel walked like Ezel, was dark like Ezel.
Yeah.
And when I say Ezel, he was all in our business.
Oh boy.
Always, and he stole from us.
Yeah.
He robbed us so many times.
Main robbery when he robbed us was when we were away after
We
my
were away.
accident.
He was in a bad car accident. Now, when I say bad, it was life or death.
It messed my
type
whole
of
teeth
situation.
up.
Messes. I mean, he
So
was.
at once, this was all straight. You see that? It was straight, but then the car accident went through the
He
windshield.
went through the windshield.
I'm gonna get some surgery. I'm gonna get some platinum down there. You know what I'm saying? Yeah,
Oh,
I can't
God.
get.
We ain't get.
I ain't getting platinum.
We ain't doing that.
I'm getting
but-
platinum, cuz.
Nah,
but yeah.
he went through that situation,
Broke out.
and then we left and went for. We were only there for maybe 2 months, not even the whole 2 months.
I think just a month.
we were there for a month,
Yeah.
and he broke into the back of the house. He had to
window.
go through the back. He went through the back and broke into the back
Yeah.
of the laundry room. Not much to steal. I
Right,
always
we
say
didn't
this,
have much.
I say this to this day. What we have is not worth stealing because
Right.
this is simple stuff you can get
TV.
from wherever. So he
Yeah.
robbed us. He stole that. He
The
stole
bike.
my bike.
Yeah.
Now the thing about my bike to this
Oh,
day,
jeez.
to this day, we still bring up that bike because that bike meant something to me because I handpicked that bike from Walmart.
Yeah.
And the
Yellow bike with a
was
nice little
yellow
basket on
bike
front.
with a perfect little basket, perfect little cup over it. Bright yellow. When I say bright yellow,
Yeah.
there ain't no man in this world that I know
And
that call
picking out
himself
no
man ain't
bright
gonna go to the
yellow.
Walmart and pick out no bright yellow bike with no basket.
Now we saw the culprit.
Now we get back, moved in, settled in. He can't barely move. This guy riding down the sidewalk. He was a big, bold, brave guy. Rolled down the sidewalk, and
And he had a neck
the
brace on.
kids noticed him.
Yeah.
They
Mama,
said,
your bike.
Mama, that's your bike.
God
And I'm
damn.
like, what? I look, big bright yellow bike coming down the sidewalk. Now, like he just said, the guy had a neck brace
Neck
on,
brace
so
on.
he had to be in some type of accident.
Sound.
Or he was,
got beat
or
up.
he was fronting because this the hood.
It's the
or
hood.
he was
right,
fronting.
right, yeah.
He happened to be riding on the sidewalk. Now him, he can't really fight nobody at the time.
I was gonna throw down.
He called the guy to the house, and I'm saying this man ain't
Gotta
gonna
have a
come.
conversation.
This nutcase pulls up to the house on the side of the porch with the bike.
With your bike.
Sat there, had a conversation with him, and all the intrusive thoughts started to roll in my head.
Oh man.
My mind said, kick his butt off that bike and take it. He can't do anything. He has on a neck
Oh,
brace.
boy.
But then my good thoughts came back rolling, and it was like,
You know, I asked him. I
Leave
said,
it.
"Bro, where that bike came from?" Oh, I bought this bike. What?
and
Now-
I'm saying to myself, I'm sitting in the house because he kindly told me, go in the house. I said, okay, I'm going to go in the house. I'm going to go in the house, but I'm going to watch from a distance. How they say,
You were 38
I
hot.
was 38 hot. I was hot.
And it was funny because he swore up and down he bought that bike.
Bought that bike.
Fred,
Come to
so
find
you
out-
tell me you live in the hood.
And you got a yellow
You're gonna
bike
buy
with
a
a
yellow
basket.
bike with a basket. God.
And
man.
he said, yeah, I went to the store and picked it out. And I was like, boy, what store you get that from?
God,
I was so mad. And then he told me to leave it alone.
leave
So
it
I
alone,
left
man.
it alone. But every time
We
to
would
this
see him.
day, I see a bike
And
that's
you still see that
yellow,
same bike?
and the kids will still
to get
say,
flashbacks.
that's your bike. And I get flashbacks. And it's so crazy. But then we come to find out that our neighbor, Ezel, had stole the bike during
the
that
bike.
time and sold our bike to
Yep.
this guy. He stole it, sold it to the guy.
Man,
And he had stole something else, but our
Yeah.
neighbor, the one
Larry.
that Mr. Larry, rest his
Yeah.
soul, he was actually watching out the house while we were gone. We told him, if something happened, don't risk your life for stuff because
Right.
it's stuff,
It's
it could be brought back.
material. You can buy
But
it.
he saw the guy. He went to the guy's house and was sitting on the guy's porch, and he was like, wait, hold on. That ain't yours.
Crazy.
Man, you stole that. He said, just like this. He
I think
said,
it was our.
it was like a vintage radio.
The player
What's the thing called?
what do they call that? Y'all with the goddamn
disc.
the record player.
The record player.
Old school
Now,
record player.
He know that record player was a family. I had got it from my grandma.
Yeah.
And he was like, that ain't yours. And he said he fussed with him and argued with him for a little bit, and got it back for us. And I was like, well, thank you for that. You didn't have to do it, but thank you. But yeah, Ezel was stealing
man.
from us.
So yeah, we
Stealing
had
from us.
Felicia, we had
Ezel.
Debo, we had Ezel.
And then right
Who
in
else?
front of us,
It was,
we had.
I don't know what to call
I
them.
don't know what. We don't know exactly if they were Muslim.
They were. I think
we don't know if they were from a different culture. They were international.
Different culture.
They did not speak at all.
Nobody.
They never spoke to us.
Nobody.
The husband was a truck driver.
Yeah.
He spoke, and we only saw him.
But it was like
maybe,
10 of them. It was like 10 of them in that joint.
Oh my God!
Grandma
was so
was in
many
there.
people in that house.
Like 2 grown
Only
men up
time
in
you
there.
really saw them and they really looked at you was
Yeah.
when they had. Okay, so the mom, she was just popping kids out,
Oh yeah.
and she had older kids.
Yeah. And still having
she
kids.
was still having kids. And the only time you saw them was when the younger kid wanted freedom and be outside. He would, as soon as the door opened, he would
Gone.
bolt out the door, and somebody had to come outside
I'm out.
and run him. And I remember one day he ran down the sidewalk in his underwear.
Gone. I'm out of here.
They never
Every
spoke,
time.
but they never spoke.
Nah, it was strange.
And then when Felicia moved out, we got another neighbor, which she was a very sweet lady.
Yeah,
she was
cool.
very sweet. She had no kids, but
Nah.
she always had
she had her older son.
Oh, that was her
the
son.
one.
I always thought that was her nephew.
No, that was the older son. Yeah.
Because she was the type of woman, she always had like nieces at her house.
Yeah.
She always had her nieces, but she was very sweet. We call her the garden lady because she had all the beautiful flowers in her yard.
Yeah.
And she stayed to herself because she knew that what the
Crazy,
neighborhood
man.
was.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's what our neighborhood was.
Now, what's interesting about that neighborhood is a couple blocks from that neighborhood.
a couple blocks south,
All
white, clean as when I say clean,
Yeah.
you don't see
Riverside.
no trouble. You don't hear no cop cars.
Nah, it
you
was
didn't hear nothing.
laid back. We would go to the
Laid
park. You know, good
That's
clean
where
area.
we went to the park. Our kids didn't walk to no park in that neighborhood.
No,
they
no,
weren't
no.
walking nowhere.
Nowhere, nah.
They weren't walking nowhere.
Yeah.
They barely was.
But then somebody might say, well, why y'all had lived there? I mean, at the time, like I
we
said,
had to do what we had to do for the moment.
But it had seemed cool. But it worked out. It wasn't
out.
all bad. It wasn't all bad.
And then it
You know
all
what I'm saying?
turned back into a nightmare when the man knocked on the door and the kid said, "There's a man outside." And
That's
I
how it
said,
started.
Man outside.
Yeah.
Well, they said it like this because we never had people visit us at our house, and we
Right.
never had another race other than us in that neighborhood.
Right. Yeah.
This is how they said it.
How they say?
There's a white man outside.
There's a white man outside.
And one thing I'm gonna tell
And
you,
I wasn't
we
there.
don't teach our kids to
See color, pretty
see
much.
color.
But you can call it what it is, though.
At this particular day,
Yeah.
they were like, that's what they said. And I
Yeah.
was like, what? I said, is it because our landlord,
Oh, yeah.
he was
Mr. Chris.
Mr. Chris, his name was Mr. Chris.
They know
and he
Mr.
was-
Chris.
And so they was like, nah, that's not
It ain't
him.
Mr.
That's
Chris.
not him. And I was like, well, who could this be? And I'm
Yeah.
home by myself with them.
Yeah.
And so I get to the door and a strange man. Strange. And I call him strange to this day because he was strange. He come to the door and he said, I'm your landlord. And I said, I said, you're not my landlord.
Damn.
I know my landlord.
Just like
And
that.
he said, well, I will say it like this. I'm your new landlord.
Yeah.
He said, the house was sold
Mm.
and your old landlord got fired.
Dang. Got rid of Mr.
And I
Chris.
was like, well, nobody told us anything. Well, he said, well, this is the letter.
Mother
You got to be
sucker.
out. And
Gave us like a week or two.
when
Yeah.
he said that, I looked at him. I said, I got 4
Like 2
kids.
weeks. School had just started. School was in session.
I sat there at that door.
Yeah.
And he looked at me. He had no empathy. He had no remorse. He had none of
Yeah.
the feelings that he should have had.
Yeah.
And I looked at him and I said, is this a joke? Is there a camera somewhere? Is this
Getting
a
punked.
prank? I said, because did you hear that timeline you just gave us and told us that you're kicking us out?
Yeah.
And I have 4 kids in school while I'm working and my husband's working. And you're telling me we have to be out?
That's how it was.
And then he said, if we're not out by that deadline, he was going to take our belongings, take our belongings and put them on the street to
Put
make
'em on.
us look like we were people who weren't even paying our rent.
And we were paying on time.
But
Man.
I mean, at that point, he didn't have no remorse. There was no more I could do because I was
Right.
like, there has to be a way for us to contest this. But so
How long that would have took though? That would took
for us to try to contest
it,
that
go
and
to
all
court.
that, it was one of those situations where in my mind I thought that there was
I thought
something
about
that
that
we
too.
could have done.
Yeah.
that wasn't right. Like there had to be more
No,
steps
right.
before you kick. You had to give people more notice.
Right.
But then also in my mind, I was like, I just don't feel like dealing all
with
of
that. Right.
And I was like, I don't want my kids to have to be drawn and dragged into.
Right.
We're the type of parents. I don't want my kids to have to feel
the struggle.
Right. Like they know we. I mean, not really. We're the type of parents, if we struggling, they ain't got to see it.
They don't
ain't
even
gotta
know it.
They ain't got to be dragged through the mud.
They don't even feel it.
We still give them a good life,
Oh,
even
yeah.
though we struggle.
I think what it was, we said somewhere along the lines where, it's time for us to move out, something like that.
Yeah.
That
was just a time.
Right.
It was
time to move on.
Sometimes we hold on to things for too long, and the world, the universe, Mother Nature, God,
it gives you, and
has to give you a boot.
that was a sign. Yeah.
Like, it's time.
Right.
It's time, child. You
Right.
can't hold on no longer.
Yeah.
It's time. So that was our it's time
Yeah.
moment. We didn't know where we were going to go.
I didn't know either. I
You
just
came up with the idea after
the universe provided. Say, you know what? Just extend the stay.
Told me about that.
Oh, you didn't like it.
I was like,
You were
what?
you
We
were
gonna
against
go,
it.
We're going to be staying where?
Yeah, you were
In
against
a
it.
what? In a
Yeah.
hotel?
Yeah.
Wait, in 6 of us, are we going to be pulled up into a cramped hotel space?
Yeah.
I was like, there is no absolute way this is what we supposed
Yeah.
to be doing. Trusted you.
Yeah.
In a marriage, you have to have some sort of trust.
Right.
And I trusted you. Had a few months turned into
Half a year. 6 months.
6 months.
But the thing, it wasn't all bad. It actually
wasn't.
wasn't bad at all.
We
And
were
what it did was it prepared us
For
a
this.
small living.
In that moment, what the community that we grew up with,
Oh
the
man.
people who we were raised around, and the people we were raised with,
Yeah.
I thought, we're not the type of people who ask for help. We're not.
Right.
But in a situation of such, I wasn't expecting people to be gossiping
Gossiping, right.
about us
crazy.
from a distance.
Man.
Instead of saying, how can we help? How can we be of
Right.
service to you?
Yeah.
Or what can we do to help you? No.
Oh, we ain't got
It
none
was
of that.
sad to me because I had somebody say, well, maybe you should move back. Moving
Why?
back don't do nothing but make us go backwards. There's no way you're for me.
Man.
You aren't for me. You aren't team us. And then when my mom was like, well, she told me what she said. What she said, people were gossiping. And I was like, there's a whole gossip and we don't even live there no more.
Not
So
for
that
you.
everybody isn't
Right.
for you. Everybody's not going to be there to help you through your situation, but you still got to get through your situation.
Still got to get through it. On that side, we were good.
On the inside, we were good. And that's
You
what I
know?
said to somebody. I said, how are you picking all of these bad parts from what you're seeing?
What you're saying.
Like, you saw good pictures. You saw us smiling. You saw us still posting, still taking our kids to activities and events,
Yeah.
and still doing things with our family.
Yeah.
And still being a happy-go-lucky, positive family. But
Right.
you pulled apart the negative from it. That which there was none. We had a roof over our head. Yes,
Yeah.
it wasn't our roof. And yes, it was a temporary
But it
roof,
was a
we
place to
still
lay
had a
down our
place.
head, have
We
a
weren't
good night's
on the
sleep.
Street. We weren't
Right.
sleeping in our cars, and even if
Right.
we were, still we had place for us to go.
Right. And not only staying in a small space, we were taking trips in the truck.
We were taking trips with you,
and
with
that
you
also
and your big
prepared
truck.
us
and that
for the
prepared
road.
us for hitting state after
Like-
state, and prepared us for seeing what we're seeing now, and
Yeah.
doing what we're doing now. So all of that back lifestyle
Man.
prepared us for this life,
It sure did.
which we didn't see, which
Didn't
we
see
never
it. We didn't see it.
But we're
Dang.
here,
It's crazy how that's
We're
crazy how
here.
it works.
and we're
Living the McCray way. Now, so like this is for anyone who is like us right now. You know what I'm saying? You either got evicted or in the process of getting evicted,
Or
or
you just no longer want to be in your rental property.
tired of paying rent through the rent prices
It
are
ain't
sky high.
cheap.
We see it. You know, we're not paying rent. We're not paying light bill. Our AC is on every day, all day in
Every
the
day,
summer.
all day, kids can keep the light on. We don't have to worry about.
We ain't
those
gotta cut the
bills.
light off. Things happen for a divine purpose, right? Sometimes the universe will do something to you that you may think, man, it's kicking me into you know what, but it's setting you up for something greater.
Something greater.
You know, yeah. Sometimes we don't see it because we're in the mess. I'm like, dang, man, I'm just tired. I want this to be done over with. Now, just sit there for a little bit.
Let your mess turn into something better. What I always say, your story isn't for you.
Exactly.
Don't hold on to your story because your story is for someone else.
Exactly. That's it.